In Dune Awakening you can gain access to every skill tree on a single character, and you do that by finding the trainers then doing a contract for them to unlock it. Today we'll go through every level 1 trainer covering Trooper, Planetologist, Mentat, Swordsman and Bene Gesserit. Trooper is the easiest one, and that's why we're starting with it, going in order of the ease of location. The trainer is Gavori, located in the first trade post, Griffin's Reach. He's a dodgy guy with a dodgy mission, but it's pretty straightforward. Just find and take down 3 marks. These 3 marks are found in caves to the east of Griffin's Reach, so it's a good idea to get them done when you head to the wreck of the Alcyon. They're just a little tougher than normal mobs in the area, so no need to worry. The first 2 are on their own, while the last has 2 friends. All are in water-sealed caves, so also a good chance to stock up on Fremen components. The Trooper skill tree is absolutely worth unlocking, even if just for the Shigawire Claw ability, that shoots a claw to an object and propels you forward. Using this with your suspensor belt will allow for very speedy travel and climbing. Planetologist is the only skill tree that you can't choose as your starting class, and that's because it's a pure utility set of skills. The Planetologist skills focus on cartography, which is required to populate sing charts, which will be useful later on for trading deep desert maps to friends and selling to other players. Also things like resource gain and exploratory buffs, so absolutely worth unlocking. The trainer is Derek Chinara, and you can find him in a base on top of the starting area's testing station mountain. The location is not a marked one even after discovering it, so unless you like to explore you could miss him. His mission requires you to pick some records up for him in the testing station. This item can even be picked up before going to him, so if you picked up everything in the testing station while completing your tutorial quests, you should have it on hand to give him right away. The testing station records are in a briefcase in a room behind a hidden door, so if you're purely focused on the waypoint, you can miss it. Also note that if no one has cleared the mobs in front of you, you may be jumped by assassins both entering and leaving the room. The Mentat skill tree focuses on assassin skills, which may make you think it's pointless for most, but it has some strong passives and techniques for anyone who uses a gun, such as Marksman, a technique that lowers your damage to the body a little while increasing your headshot damage by a lot, along with other passives that just have flat damage increases based on guns and gun type. The level 1 trainer is Samin Morrow, and you can find her at the Rift Watch, a Harkonnen base found in the far eastern section of the Eastern Vermilius Gap, near the entrance to the Hagar Rift. Not particularly a place everyone will naturally explore, so easily missed early on. Her contract for you to unlock the Mentat skill tree is very simple and has 2 parts. Firstly, you need to bring her 40 iron ore and 100 plant fibre. You've already passed the iron ore if you're in this area, so no issues there. Upon handing that in, you'll need to then head to a village inside a cavern a few rock islands to the west. It's one of the nicer looking places this far into the game, themed like a mini bazaar. You won't have issues finding the place to plant the poison, however there is a well hidden unique schematic chest in this area. In the room behind the pentashield where you use the poison, be sure to look up. There's a little passage you can climb with a number of chests in there, absolutely worth checking. After that just head back and hand in for the unlocked skills. Swordsman is my favourite class, and I chose it to start, so I cannot personally do this mission to unlock it. However, A-Train did it and noted the contract and supplied screenshots for me for this video, so thank you bud. Swordsman is all about melee, so if you're only using guns, there isn't a lot here for you, but may as well unlock it for the Solaris and the experience. The trainer is Arno, and he's located in the Pinnacle Station trade post. It is a pretty advanced area if you only just got across a gap to Vermilius, but getting to the trade post itself can be safely achieved right away. Just head to the same place you found the Mentat Trainer in the eastern part of Vermilius East, but no need to go to the fortress. Instead enter the Hagar Rift and drive through it on the bottom level. You'll face few to no enemies driving on the bottom and can follow it all the way north and then west. Pinnacle Station is just outside the western end. The contract itself requires you to check dead drops for messages. You'll go to 3 locations around the Hagar Rift area but not in the rift itself. The first is Devil's Eye Cavern, then the wreck of the palace, and finally testing station 76. While you can get to the Pinnacle Station very easily at a low level, completing these areas will be tough without iron level gear or better, but of course, still doable. The wreck in particular will be a PvP zone, as it's a wreck, so I'd suggest maybe doing that first while you don't have any good loot on you that can be stolen if you're ganked. A-Train said the testing station is very linear, but has a pretty tough boss at the end, so be warned. Also note that in the testing station the item requires you to jump through a not so obvious window. The Bene Gesserit skill tree is absolutely worth unlocking. Where Mentat has skills useful to troopers, Bene Gesserit has skills useful to swordsmen, along with its own class of skills. One of the defining early game skills is Bindu Sprint, a skill that allows you to run super fast for a few seconds, making it the second best ability for travelling along with the Shigawire Claw. Bindu Sprint is even capable of dodging a sandworm if you use it well. The level 1 trainer for Bene Gesserit is Sister Mesa, and she's located at Helios Gate, an Atreides outpost a little south of Pinnacle Station. If you can get to Pinnacle Station, you can get here. Leaving Pinnacle Station from its west side, you can find a road going south along the eastern side of the mountain. However, the contract for unlocking the skill tree is brutal if you don't have at least steel level armour and weapons, as it will take you over 3,000 metres to the west into the Ordum. I'm assuming I'm saying that correctly. This is a tier 4 area, at least based on the fact that you get 20 intel per base intel package there. It's actually a really cool area. It's like a desert/jungle in a deep basin. No sandworms and no special quicksand. You'll also find good aluminium level armour and item components like sand trout leather and insulated fabric. For the mission, you'll need to recover 2 sets of text found in large rocky villages high up, so you'll need to do some climbing. Each location also has some platforming required once you get up there. Make sure you take a probe and fire it while up there too. The first location's quest item is located on top of a stone arch, easy to miss, so I would recommend following the platforming path all the way to the top room, defeat the mobs up there so you can get the unique schematic chest and such, then leave the door you came in through. At the first gap in the stairs, look down and you should be able to see the briefcase below you on the arch. You can then just carefully jump down using your levitation tech to make the landing. Or of course, just get below it and climb up. The second location is also high up, though not as bad as the first. The area is way more ruinous with mobs at the bottom and on the stairs, then platforming above. Use the stairs and follow it up. The item you are after is on the platforming level, so once at that point, just go in the direction of the waypoint and you'll find the briefcase on a high up rock ledge. Don't forget to empty the somewhat hidden schematic chest in the top room. It's behind some rubble and so easily missed. I found a number of chests at this point by looking for odd gaps in places and even just looking up for holes in the ceiling. You just know that some developers are more mischievous than others. Sister Mesa is a nice long 3,750 metres back the way you came, so I'd suggest driving out of the southeast end of the Ordum and getting the Crossroads station, nice and ticked off your list, and then taxiing to Pinnacle Station to hand in for the unlock. That's about it. I thought it'd be better to focus on what to expect and any potential hiccups than a full drawn out walkthrough for each mission. But if you have any other issues or hiccups I didn't encounter, please speak up. Someone can help, and even if it's too late to help you, it'll no doubt help the next person with the same issue. Subscribe for more. Peace.